So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Eric Celiax. I am the son of a German immigrant. And I love how I say that like he came over in the 1800s with 50 cents in his pocket and tried to start his new life in the new world. No, he's the son of a Cummins engineer that came over here in the 70s with the company. He's a master technician. He didn't struggle through life on that level. Of course, he still worked very hard, and he's also very handy to have around. You always like to have a mechanic in your family. Saves you a lot on getting your car repaired. However, it does increase your vocabulary of very useful words, especially in traffic. I learned so many good swear words from my dad and from him working on cars that I thought he had Tourette's syndrome. He'd be sitting there, "So, what'd you do at school?" "Fucking son of a bitch!" And he would just storm across the garage. I thought he had anger issues. I realize now that's just how men fix things. I know that's how I fix things. Where the fuck did I put that thing? Oh, there it is. It's over there. Freaks my sister and my mother out. Always did. I think now my mother understands it. My sister still doesn't. Oh my god, why is Dad so mad? Well, that's what you don't understand. Dad's not mad. Dad is just getting passionate about what he's doing, which is our bullshit way of explaining how we are not getting mad when in reality we're just really easy to piss off because we're the ones having to do the shit. But yeah, I grew up in a small town in southern Indiana, and I have a autism spectrum disorder called Asperger's syndrome, and I like video games a lot. And I ran cross country and did not ever participate in any sports. My graduating class was 100, so you can imagine just how popular I was in high school. All the girls were like, "Look, he got the high score in Mario World 3. No, not at all. I didn't have any real friends till I was in 8th grade, and that was because they had just moved there, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm a nerd, you're a nerd. Let's be nerdy together. Talk nerdy to me." And then he moved away, got to high school, had a couple more friends, same exact thing. I was so nerdy in high school, 15 years old, carrying weapons, spears, and swords made out of PVC pipe wrapped in insulation, wrapped in duct tape. I'm so nerdy now, I still have a couple of them, just for the nostalgia. And the funny thing is, they survived better than a lot of stuff from high school. I've got, documents from high school didn't last that well. Medals from Science Olympiad that are starting to get all bent out of shape. That PVC pipe and duct tape pole that I made to act as a spear is in mint condition. Just goes to show, medieval times would have been a lot better if they'd had duct tape. Oh, your sword is broken? The mighty duct tape knight in his mighty duct tape armor. So, and growing up in southern Indiana, I am also not a religious person, so that just adds a whole nother level of likability among the rural Midwestern community. He doesn't love Jesus, and he does love anime? My God, how much better could it get? So, it was never easy growing up in a small town, not being religious, although I was never really vocal about it. My grandfather on my dad's side did happen to be very vocal. He would sit there and tell my mother, who I knew to be pretty religious, to her face that he believed that religious people should just keep their religion to themselves and not talk about it in public. And it was interesting to watch a woman that I know could scream, "Eric, you asshole, get down here," because I forgot to turn the dishwasher off, have someone insult their beliefs to her face and her go, "Really? Huh, that's an interesting opinion." That's why parents are amazing, because parents are only themselves to their children. And that is why we respect and fear our parents so much. Every other person we know puts on kind of a disguise, a guise, to make themselves seem a little bit more marketable to everyone else. But our parents know, "What the hell are you doing, you little asshole?" And they sit around in their pajamas, they don't give a shit, their kids are around. They teach you what a real human being's supposed to be like. But also growing up in that small town, I, with my limited friend base, learned how to be very, very shy. And by shy, I mean I hated everybody. And I had very good reason to hate everybody. It doesn't translate so well to the adult life. Hi, how are you doing? What do you want? You're just here to make fun of me, aren't you? That's an interesting psychosis you developed from high school. But all in all, I'd say that I'm pretty blessed in my life. You know, nothing really going too bad wrong. My parents are both alive and together. Not a minority. I mean, of course, I'm not saying minorities are bad people. I'm saying that's definitely not something that's a positive in your life whenever you realize, oh, I'm at a disadvantage. It's kind of like in Monopoly, I got to have the little car, and they got to have the stupid little thimble or something. That's bullshit. And it is bullshit. We should just have car pieces for Monopoly all around. I'm sure everyone's noticed by now that it's hard for me to stay on topic, but that's just because I really love whales. But, no, I mean, as much as I got made fun of and my childhood was difficult, it wasn't so bad. I mean, it's not as if anybody tried to shoot up my school or anything. The only violence that took place, the only death, was the death of my self-esteem at the bloody hands of every girl I ever dated. They will destroy you. They'll start out, you're so amazing, I love you. And then teenager girls, when they break up with you, it's never, I think we should start seeing other people. It's more like, you are the spawn of Satan, and I hate you, and I hate everything about you. Your dick is small, you look ugly, you're stupid, you're a loser, you're never going to go anywhere in life. They just stomp on your self-esteem. My God. That is why women have trouble with each other, because they will destroy each other from the inside out. Men get mad at each other, they just act like they're going to kick each other's ass, they walk into the next room, then they walk back into the room and go, you want to order pizza? And it's all good. It's all good. You get more bruised with your male friends, but at least the wounds heal.